Now, millennials are breaking the mold when it comes to traditional political stereotypes. They, like free markets, are social liberals but fiscal centrists. That's according to a new poll by the Reason Foundation, a libertarian research organization. Emily Eakins is the group's polling director. Emily, thanks for joining us. Let me ask you first.
Thanks for having me.
Let me ask you first, before we get into the details, there was one finding that millennials don't really identify with either party. In fact, on a series of policy issues, they say they trust neither party to handle 12 of 15 issues. That's pretty amazing.
That's correct. Yes. In particular, privacy. Fully 50% said they trust neither party on the issue of privacy. And the other issues they really don't trust either party on, government spending and the budget deficit.
Yeah, let me ask you about some of the particulars here. If you'll forgive me, millennials seem to sort of go both ways on the size of government and taxes here. In one sense, we'll go first on one set of answers. 73% favor allowing private accounts for Social Security. 51% favor private accounts, even if it means cutting benefits for current and future retirees. 59% say cutting costs, cutting taxes would help the economy. 57% prefer a smaller government providing fewer services with low taxes. Now, those responses make it sound like millennials embrace Republican positions and are pretty conservative in some respects. We'll look at the other side in a moment, but so where are they?
Well, in many ways, they are more fiscally conservative, especially when they find out that they will be responsible for paying for these government programs. What they want is they want government to care for the poor and the disadvantaged. I think most Americans agree to some level of a social safety net. However, when millennials find out that they will be responsible for paying more for health care, or they will be responsible for paying high taxes, we often see their support for large government flips. And they look a lot like older Americans in that they like small government, providing fewer services with low taxes.
Yeah, you know, there's no political adage, if you borrow from Peter to pay Paul, you'll always have the support of Paul. It sounds like young people have already figured that one out. Now, let's look at the other side of some of these things. They also said 69% it's government's responsibility to provide everyone with health care insurance, and 51% have a favorable view of the Affordable Care Act. 68% say government should ensure everyone makes a living wage. 66% say raising taxes on the wealthy would help the economy. 58% say the government should spend more on assistance to the poor, even if it means higher taxes. I thought they just said in the previous set the opposite.
Well, here's, I think, what's going on. For millennials, they came of a politically impressionable age during the Great Recession or right afterwards. A third of them are living at home, a third of them are underemployed or unemployed, and so they're concerned about their own income mobility. So when it comes to income mobility and taking care of the poor and disadvantaged, they do feel like government should take a bigger role in that area. They're not sure if free markets drive income mobility. They think free markets drive technological progress, and they endorse the free market system 2-to-1 when you ask them, but they're not sure if the free market system helps people rise out of poverty. And you can understand why, given the sluggish economy in which they're operating in.
So they want people to do better as long as they don't have to pay for it. Is that right?
That's true. Yes.
Great. Emily, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Emily Eakins, polling director for the Reason Foundation.